Today we're going to be unboxing the Gobege. That is the way you pronounce it. I had the company send me a link to a guy that actually did another video that pronounced it correctly. It is Gobege. I've heard them say it Gobege and all kinds of other stuff. It is Gobege. So they sent me this pump, wanted me to do a review on it, so I'm going to do a video and send it to them. Just so you guys know, they did send it to me free of charge just to review it. So we're going to review it together. Alright, so on the front of it here, I noticed before I unpack it, it says max pressure is 150 psi. The voltage is 12 volts. It pulls 45 amps, so make sure that you have your car or truck running whenever you use this. That's going to suck on the battery pretty quick. It's 580 watts. It is 180 liters a minute, or 6.35 cubic feet per minute at 0 psi. That's for you techies. The cylinder diameter is 60 millimeters. It has an air hose length of 26 feet. It is a straight hose. It is not one of the curly Q ones. It has a memory in it, and it also has a gauge in it. It has 8 feet of wire with the clamps, and it has 3 nozzles. I don't know what 3 nozzles it has. We're going to find out together. And it weighs 16 pounds. This is a heavy duty pump. I'm curious to see if it gets really hot to the touch when it's running at a long time. The one I had before this, it got pretty dang hot. You could just about cook an egg on it if it run 5 minutes. So I'm curious to see if this one gets hot or not. They say it does not. So we'll find out together. It does come with a carrying bag. I saw a picture of it actually unboxed. So we'll see if that's a good carrying bag or if it's flimsy, or if I think it'll last long term. Easy for me to say. But we do carry ours in the toolbox on the truck. So stuff in there gets beat up pretty good. So we'll see long term. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed and see what we got here. For those of you that's noticed, I'm not wearing a t-shirt today. I'm actually wearing a fairly nice shirt, and Kathy has told me I better not mess it up, so I'm being really careful. I think she was just kidding though. Or maybe not. Maybe she was serious. So comes packaged pretty well. You can see where it got hit and it didn't mess it up. So. If you hear squeaking when I'm walking around, my floor in here is an epoxy floor and it's clean, and man, it squeaks. So I apologize for the squeaking. That is a pretty significant bag. That's pretty heavy duty actually. That's zipper and everything, even the stitching on it's pretty heavy duty. I like the bag. So here's the hose, and it does have a dial in line. Got a pressure release on the back of it. The dial actually looks like kind of looks like the dial on my handheld one here at the shop, just a little smaller. The line is very flexible. I don't think you'll have a memory with that. It has a quick connect on it, so it quick connects to the end of the pump. And this is a screw on for a screw on to the valve. Not sure I like that. I like a quick release, but I don't know. We'll try it. Hey, maybe that's one of the 3 pieces it comes with. So again, that is that's pretty significant. That ain't cheap. That's pretty nice. It does weigh 16 pounds. That's pretty heavy. Ah, look. So it does come with a quick connect. Liking it more already. Yep, there you go. So we'll see how that works. Actually, that don't look big enough to go on the valve stem, but we'll see. We're going to do bicycles, or e-bikes need some air in them. You can't see them, I'm looking at them. And then the trailer is directly behind the camera, and we're going to check all the tires on it. And then we'll get around to doing the tires on the truck. So we're going to give it a workout, but I do like this if that works. All right. That's pretty heavy wire for 45 amps. I'll be honest with you, I would have went with just a little bit bigger wire than this. I would have went with a 10 gauge. This appears to be more like, I'm gonna say it's 12. I'm not sure, but I would have went with just a little bigger wire. I'm sure they've done tests on it, and I'm sure it works just fine. So I always overkill wiring though. Clamps, they're pretty good. They don't feel flimsy. They've got a pretty good grip to them. The back of it is a quick connect, and I do like it in the handle. The one I had before this, it had it on the side of the cylinder up here, and the reason that pump no longer works is it was in my toolbox, and a hammer fell over in there, and it knocked the piece right off the side of it, and it's cast, so there was no way to fix it. So anyway, I do like it built in the back of the handle like this. So that's pretty easy. Has a circuit breaker here for overload. I like that. My other one did not have that. And then the on-off switch is right here. I don't know if it's illuminated, but it looks like it probably is. That's a pretty well built pump. It's got rubber feet on the bottom of it, so it shouldn't try to run off on me. So far, I like it. I'm not sure. It said it had 3 different fittings for it. I don't know. Maybe they were counting the hose as one. Not sure. Oh, no, it's in the bag. So, okay, so it's got one in here to fill up like basketballs, volleyballs. Then it's got another one like to fill up your air floats. And I guess it's just a different size for your air floats and stuff. It's got a little bigger diameter on it. I don't know if you can see them or not. Pretty typical. It comes with most all your compressors. So I don't know if you can see those or not, but they're these two just have a little different end for the diameter on them. So those are nice to have though. I've got a pair for the other pump I've got. That one's on the run. So we'll keep those. All right, let me get this hooked up, and we'll start off with some bicycle tires and see how that works. So far I like it though. Feels really nice and heavy. Feels well built. Again, I can't get over the bag. Usually these things are super flimsy, and this one is not flimsy. Okay, it does work on the valves. So I wasn't sure if it would or not, but it does. It works on the valve. So what I want to do is I want to let some of the air out of this tire. And then we're going to see how much air we got in it. Okay, it says I have 13.5 pounds. And this gauge says it shows about 12, so it's pretty close. So what I want to do now is I want to turn the pump on and see how long it takes it to get up to 35 pounds. Here's the pump. The light switch does not light up in it. I turned it on a while ago. It does not light up. So and there's 35 pounds. That didn't take long on a bicycle. $35.5. So that's within a half a pound. So that's pretty close. So we'll go ahead and do the front tire too. We rode these at the state park a couple of weeks ago, and the tires were low. So go ahead and check all of them. It says 15. There's 35 again. Doesn't take long at all on a bicycle. That's pretty quick. I'll tell you, I'm not a fan of this shirt, by the way. I'm a pretty good sized boy. This one here makes me look like I'm a really big boy. It's comfortable though. Okay, so that's that bike. That wasn't even long enough to get a test. So let's move over to the trailer and we'll see how it does on that. So it does have 26 feet of line. And it's tiny. I do like the quick connect though. So works out really well. So really with the 8 foot of line on here and the 26 feet, you should have no problem at all going from your trailer to the truck, I would think, and especially from the truck anywhere you'd want to go. With here, I've got to hook the 12 volts up to the battery on the front of the trailer. By the way, my truck's currently in the parking lot outside. This is inside. So I use the TPS. So let me take the TPS off of it. By the way, if you're not using a TPS on your trailers, you really ought to consider it. It'll let you know before you have a catastrophic blowout. Well, most of the time, unless you've hit something, but if the tires is going down, it's going to let you know way before. All right, so it says I got 80.5 in there. So 80 is where I like to keep them all the time. But for the sake of this, let's let some air out of it. All right, I'm down to 70 pounds. I'll let 10 pounds out of it. And typically that's what you guys are going to do with these. It's not for when you have a blowout or something. These are for making sure your tires are up to the proper pressures. So that's what I'm going to do here. If I come out, it's been a really cold morning, I always check my tires before we go. So what I'd want to do is make sure I had enough air in it before I take off. So I'm going to put 10 pounds in here. We're going to see how long that takes. Again, I really like the quick connect. All right, so we'll get the stopwatch out. And I'm going to start it, and then I'll monitor the gauge, and then I'll let you guys know how long it took to get to 80. And it is showing 70 pounds, 70, 71. It's an analog gauge, but you can tell pretty close to where it's at. So here we go. So that's 80, but when you cut it off, it falls back up just a little bit. Okay, it says that's 80. That was 55 seconds, by the way. And there it is, 80.0. So less than a minute, 55 seconds is what it took to fill up 10 pounds. That's pretty respectable in my book. That's the pump I had before, it always took it. I could do that right there, and I was probably going to be 4 or 5 minutes trying to put that air in there. So that's actually pretty respectable. Okay, so far what we've learned is that's a pretty good pump. We did 10 pounds in this tire to get it from 70 to 80 in less than a minute. We did the bicycle tires to get them from about 15 pounds to 35. You saw how long that took. I mean, literally seconds. It's moving a pretty good bit of air. I guess you'd have to run this thing from an empty tire to be able to run it very long to see if it gets hot, but I can see why it doesn't get hot now. It just doesn't have to run very long. I mean, it's not even, you can't even feel heat at all no longer than I ran it. So what do you think? Keep it? Yeah, I think it's a pretty good one. I think I'm going to keep it. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, it is way better than the pump I had. It just, you saw how fast it did the tires on the bicycles. Seconds. We did the trailer less than a minute for 10 pounds. We're going to go out and do the truck, bigger volume tire. Not sure how long it'll take, but I don't think it's going to take long. Again, I'm going to check and see if maybe we got heat buildup. So far, it hasn't run long enough to even get it warm. So let's go move on and we'll do the truck. But man, so far, yeah, I love it. Okay, so we're going to do the one on the truck now. Again, I run a TPMS. This one's got 54.5 in it. I knew this one was low, so we're going to start with this one. Works better if you don't try to do it in bars. Okay, so 80 pounds. So I went from, what was that, 54 to 81. That was pretty quick. We'll see what the inner tire is now. All right, the inner tire is 71.5. I want them to be the same, so. And there you have it, 80 pounds. So, tell me what you think. Comment below. You think it's a good pump? You think it's better than what I had? I don't think I ever had a video showing the one I had before, but I can tell you this is much better than the one I had. A lot more heavy duty. So, would you buy it? If you're in the market for one, I'd suggest it. It's a really good pump. So, it's about all I got to try on it. I don't have anything any bigger than this. I'm really impressed with it. So anyway, I guess that's about it for now. We'll see you down the road. Well, we're getting ready to hit the road again. We always come out and do a inspection on the trailer and stuff before we go. So what I did was I came over and went ahead and greased the axles. I have I think they call it the wet bolt system. So I went ahead and greased all the wet bolts, checked the hubs, put grease in them, checked the roof, made sure it didn't have any debris or anything building up on it. Always check the windows, check the doors, then just kind of do a walk around just to, so you can see, make sure everything looks good on it. And I had to go get the propane tanks filled. We ran one of them out and the other one was about half empty, so went and got those filled. Gonna make sure I unplug plug the shore power before I pull it out of here and flip it back over to solar. It has solar on top of it. And, it runs solar unless we're having really bad weather and I just don't have sun for a long time, or if I got it inside the building like I have for a couple of weeks now. Just doing projects on it and doing general maintenance. Now, one of the things I did was I built some more storage in it. So let me take you inside and show you what kind of storage I built in here. Turn some lights on this place. There we go. Oh, we got a new mattress too. We got a Brooklyn mattress, Titan. Hoping that really helps sleeping, because man, our last mattress was awful. So I went in here. We didn't had a dead space over here, so I built some more shelves in here. Still got to finish it out. Painted the outside. Really not sure what I'm going to do on the inside. Trying to decide if we're going to put shelf paper in it, paint it. Not really sure what we're going to do. Get an idea. Put in the comments below down there. Give us an idea what you think we ought to do. So anyway, that was one of the upgrades we did while we was at home. I actually built me a desk. This for the ones that follow me around and know me, know that I work remote part-time. Everybody knows you got to keep your insurance, and I work remotely to be able to do that. So I didn't have a place to do it, so while I was gone this last time, I built me a desk. So I just take one of these outside chairs, slide it up to the desk, lets me work remotely. Another thing we did was we were constantly chasing the pillows, because we always put the pillows up here on the bench. We'd stack them up, and then we'd put the bicycles and stuff in here, and we were constantly having to chase these pillows out. Always ended up in the floor. So I got me some quick disconnect straps. Just got the buckles. Now we can strap them up there and they'll stay in place. It's just little stuff I don't think you ever really get done. I think you're just constantly always finding something else to do, more projects to do. Kind of like your house, I guess. You never get done at your house either. So anyway, that was a few of the projects we've done while we've been home this time. Trying to think if we've done anything. Oh yeah, we did do another one. Callie the cat. She has got her own place to sit up in the window now, and she's got a little step to help her get her from the floor up to the step and up to the window. Last time we were camping, she got up in the window and couldn't hardly stay. She was actually standing up on the fireplace trying to look out, so I thought I'd help her out and give her a little place to lay. I hadn't had that up there 10 minutes, and she jumped up there looking out the window like it's something to look at. So I think that's about all the projects we did while we were home this time. We're getting ready to head back out. We're gonna head out to Florida again. A little warmer down there. So anyway, just thought I'd let you guys know what we were up to. On the air pump. Let me know what you guys think. I'm really impressed with that pump. That even though it's a sponsored pump and they sent it to me for free, I don't normally do the review thing and let people send me stuff just because I don't really want to do that. But I had just broke the one that I had, and so I thought, hey, what the heck, if they're gonna send me a free one, I'll try it out. But man, I'm really impressed with it. Glad I chose to let them send it to me. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about it. Most of those you get, they run really, really fast RPMs. They're really, really noisy. This one's noisy, but you know, it's a pump. But it's not as noisy as the really high rev and RPM ones. And I think with the bigger cylinder on it, boy, it just puts the air out. It does not take long to pump anything up. So anyway, I guess for now, I guess I'll get the truck hooked up, move the trailer outside, finish getting everything loaded up in it. We'll get out of here. So anyway, hope we see you guys down the road somewhere. Never forget to make each day count, 365, and continue the journey. We'll see you a little later now. Bye-bye.